All right, so we're going to do a little game working on some depth control, okay? So one of the important factors that we're looking at when we're dinking, let's say, is the ability to recognize, how deep you're hitting it and trying to adjust your ball. So this is kind of a tricky game. We're going to play like a team singles type game, which basically you two are on a team and you two are on a team. Only you're playing one-on-one, okay? So the winner basically stays in. So as they're playing the point, you two are waiting to come in. Whoever wins stays in. Other person rotates, okay? So here's how the game works. I'm going to show you first, okay? I'll be you for a second. So all we're doing is a little awareness. So, and you guys kind of get to be the monitors, okay? Because how it works is if I hit my first ball in front of the non-volley line, the second ball's got to go behind. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. April's got to do the same thing. So what you two want to pay attention to is recognize it, because you're helping them by seeing, oh, no, 2 balls landed right there, okay? Now, we can take a ball in the air. We don't have to let it bounce, but you should be able to recognize, okay, if that ball's landing back there, to take that in the air, okay? So we'll do a little sample, okay? So first ball, so I'm going short. That goes short, and then I'm going long. And long. Now I got to go short, so I hit 2 long in a row, okay? So I would lose that point, okay? So let's do that again. Let's try it out. So I'm going to go short and then long. Oi! Yeah, see? It's harder than it looks, right? So
each one should be doing
Yeah,
that.
you watch
You're
your
hitting long,
person, I can't
comes
watch
back.
exactly. That's why you only want to watch your person right there, because you are helping. And here's the thing. What is this really, so depth control, soft hands. Okay, so the ability to so if y'all starting to get really hard and fast, you're not going to be able to control that ball at all. Okay, and it's going to be coming back super, super fast. Okay, are we ready to try it?
So you're my person.
You're her person. All right. There you go. You got it. There you go. Short. Too long.
What did I was supposed to do? Short and then long?
You gotta hit one short, then you gotta hit one long.
So if you hit it
It
long,
doesn't matter what I hit you.
It doesn't matter what you do. So
It doesn't matter what I hit you.
Okay,
You don't.
okay.
She's not doing anything.
You're in.
No, she's doing the same.
I'm doing the same.
You're both doing it.
So I was going short and then long and then short and then long.
Okay.
And if she did, I would have made the mistake if she didn't get too long.
So if you start short, I don't have to give back short.
Nope.
I can
No,
give
you
back
can go
long.
long.
Yep. It's whatever your choice is.
Okay.
There you go.
But in my head, I'm reminding myself what I need to hit.
Yeah. All right, 1-0. Good. There you go. Good. So she stayed up there. She took it. So it was going short and long. Take it. You don't have to let it bounce. There you go. 1-1. Boom. Good. 2 shorts. 2-1.
Keep going. I'm just watching.
That's all you gotta watch. Nice.
Too long. No.
I don't know what she's supposed to hit.
I did a short and then I went long.
Ask your partner.
I'm telling you, long, short, long, short.
2-2.
Right.
And I'll give you, we'll add a boundary. How about
I
that?
like it. I like it. I'm not supposed to keep it with you, like what you're supposed to be hitting.
Just you're watching to see if she's doing hers. All right, if it goes beyond that
I'm
cone,
like a referee.
no money.
Hey, you're more like a referee.
Yes, yeah, there you go.
Okay, I got you now. I just didn't know. You're the captains now. I'm educated.
Good. Almost. All right, 3-2. One out.
Yeah.
Good. There we go. 2 shorts almost. Better though.
You hit 2 shorts in a row. Oh, I thought you said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you win, you stand. 3-3.
Yeah, when you cut it off, that's kind of where.
Well, there you go. And so that's the thing. If it's kind of a medium there, then you give it with it. And what have been the easier points when you're cutting it off? So if your opponent is giving you a deep one, instead of letting it bounce and check, just cut it off. Take it. Worry about your shot. So you're defending and playing offense.
You look really quick.
I put on my glasses so you couldn't see that. You can still see that? That's great.
There you go. Good. There you go. Getting it there. 3-4. We're going to play to 7, and we're going to change the rules. Good. 2 longs. All right. And I'm even going to say this. So let me just show you a sample. How many of these are we losing control off our backhands?
Yeah, a lot.
Almost every single one. All right. So let's go a little sample one. Okay. So I'm going to go short, long. See how soft I'm hitting that ball off my forehand? And it's more difficult for your opponents to judge. But once y'all are starting to block and backhand, then you're not really dinking. You're just blocking. So essentially, we're really trying to push it and put pressure on our opponents. All right. There you go. And that's what we're recognizing. Now, recognizing, too, that when you're shuffling sideways, how many of those are ending up as backhands that are pulling? Okay, so if I want a ball to go short, it's a shorter contact or a longer contact. When you're here, your lever changes. So we end up having to hit it harder instead of longer.
But the dynamic with you changes because you disguise it so well that you're short, long, and goal.
Okay, so
all starts.
There you go. So what creates the disguise on short or long? What am I doing? I'm waiting. I'm taking my time. What else we got? More forehands than backhands. Okay. Longer motions. Okay. So and that's very related. So
your finish is there, and then you're there, and
there
you think, oh, she's just gonna go for a short, and then you go.
There you go. Because you've got, and here's the big one, because where a lot of you are stuck is, oh, I'm hitting and then I'm going somewhere. Well, that actually accelerates the ball and it creates less control. So if I'm, pushing, so here's my short ball. Okay. Now a little longer, shorter, longer, shorter, longer, shorter, longer, shorter. And from that sense, mine were going short and were hers. No, once it started getting out of control, and you lose that.
So level 1 of this is to get my brain to just focus on what I'm doing.
Yes!
Short, long. Then, when I'm amazing like you, I can start thinking about what they're
there
doing
you go.
And start to counter.
And here's what we're looking at is that we tend to focus on all the wrong things.
Right.
Okay? Your only job is short, long, short, long, short, long. And you have a partner that's helping you recognize when she makes the mistake. And it is because what happens is we get on the court and it gets chaotic. And we totally think about everything in the wrong sense. When what really should always matter most is what you're doing. What I'm doing is what controls my options. That's the only thing I can control. I can't control any of you out here, but I can control what I do. And I can control where I'm hitting the ball. And one of the most basic things about being able to control direction is hitting forehands. If I want a ball to go this direction, forehand, forehand, forehand. If I'm hitting like this, I'm really going to struggle with that directionality. But also look at what my body is naturally doing. I'm more, my elbows cocked, my butt's sticking out. I'm doing all sorts of problems right there. So it's imagining that motion. So it's really not about a competitive. We're not trying to win the point. We're just trying to control the ball. That's it, and everything else will solve itself essentially.
And I think you go into that brain set is I'm trying to. Be too strategic as opposed to controlling the ball and letting them.
There you go. It's nice and simple.
So step 1.
Yep.
Just worry about my control. Short, short.
Yeah, but also hers control is telling her partner what she's doing.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
And ideally what we want to start to recognize is wherever that paddle face is, that's what's showing you what's going on. So one of the big questions we get, how do we anticipate the ball? Okay, we anticipate the ball by recognizing what the paddle's doing. Okay, or and possibly the body, the angle of the paddle, the height of the paddle, any of these things just tell us, is the ball going to go downward, upwards, which direction. So if I'm taking a ball like this and going here, is there any chance that ball's going that way? It's going up over here. Okay, now if I push here, now I can go this way, or this way. Okay, even if I hitting a backhand, now this is my elongation. Now from here I can extend, but that's a much more difficult shot, to be honest. So when we're looking at basics or advanced, think about what you want to do. You're trying to control one thing and one thing only.
And you already, at the level you're at, by somebody, you already know what your next move is.
Well, and this is so here is, now we're thinking 2 shots ahead.
Right.
We're thinking, how does this impact? And one of the most basic things about dinking, offensive dinking, is moving the ball. And it doesn't have to be 1, 2, it doesn't have to be crazy amounts. Okay, what we're really looking at is 1, 2, just small changes versus bigger changes. And it's the same shot. I can hit the same shot, and what happens a lot is, oh, this isn't working, let me go over here. Okay, well, I can kind of gradually start pushing my partner back or my opponent. That's going to create more opportunity for me and get me to focus on what I'm doing on that ball. Okay, so we'll go back to it, and we're going to say it's 3-3. We're going to play we'll play to 5. Who's in? And then we're going to switch the game, and we went the hard way first, then we're going to go the easier way. Okay. 2 shorts. Now we're paying attention. 4, 3. Here we go. 2 shorts. Almost. Here we go. 4-4. We're going to win by 2. Good. Plenty of time. Good. I think that was... I'm going to go with it. Too long. It's 5-4. One more. Win by 2. Still in it. Still in it. Better control. Okay, and that's 5-5. And let me just say on that one, so right there, both those shots look the same. And all that was really adjusted was a little bit of a swing speed difference. So she had the ability to hold and pause, and it actually created more pressure on this side. It didn't have to be this amazing shot, but what did it mess with? Timing. So that's a very, very simple thing. All right, we got 5-5 still in the game. You got it. She got it. You got it. Oh, Mo, she gave up on it.
I did.
All right, 6-5. Game point. Oh, 6-6. Still in the game. Oh, super sad. 7-6.
That's super sad. Super sad.
Nice. Almost. I think that's game. 86. Good, good, good. All right. All right, so we are going to get a little more competitive, but we're just going to evolve it a little bit. Hey, so how it's going to go is we're going to play game to 11, okay? And one side, so let's say we're going to start with you guys. You guys are the ones that have to go short, long, short, long, short, long. So it's still like one-on-one because you two are on the outside. So when you guys are on this side, you can do whatever you want. But now their focus is short, long, short, long. When one team gets to 6, then it switches. Then you guys will be focused on short, long. Does that make sense? We ready to do it? Game 4. So same thing where it's one-on-one because you guys still have to be on the ones on the outside being the judge, and it does simplify a little bit better. Okay. So now.
The one that has to do short.
Yep. This side, short, long, short, long. Whoever wins stays in.
I don't have anything.
So you're good. Now you're just focused on you,
Right.
trying to put a little more pressure on her.
You don't really have to tell me.
Well, she still needs to.
Yeah, but I mean, you're yeah.
And we are going to still keep the boundaries of the cones. So it does allow us more space to still maintain dinking, okay? But also still take a dink in the air. All right?
So you're talking about I can go back.
got to that. Oh,
The ball, yeah, that's
The ball can't go past the cone.
I got you.
It's a super aggressive feed, so we're going to try to get
Sorry. Super aggressive. Wow.
Good. There we go. 1-0. All right, so now you're going short long. 2 shorts. Good job. 2-0. Two shorts.
I was pretty sure I did 2 shorts.
Off the bat. So that's 3 points, and that's 3 in a row, so we're going to switch anyway. Yeah, so you're still doing short long. Two shorts off the bat. 4-0.
Considering long though, like I'm
The line.
Oh, you gotta go past. Okay, sorry.
Oh, do we feed or do they feed?
Doesn't matter. All right, 4-0. Nice. There we go. She got it. Yeah. No, she got short and then long.
Oh, I thought you did too. Sorry.
First one was short, second one was long.
Got it. Do I move?
Yep, you're up. They're on the board. 1-4.
get us.
Good. Keep breathing. A little out. 5-1. Good job.
Like telling me what to do. That was perfect.
That was like
Teamwork.
easier for me to do that. Okay. That's long short.
I think it went the opposite, right? Or the opposite. That's 6 points.
Oh, okay.
It's 7. All right, so that's halftime because you guys have 6. You have 1. Yeah, you can stay there.
Okay.
But now you guys are the ones going short, long, short, long.
Girl, I'm active.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. Yes, you can.
Yes, see, you can, you can.
Oh,
Out. All right. 7-1. Here we go. Almost. All right. 7-2. That'll do. 8-2. Here we go.
That'll work.
Oh, I didn't see
Oh,
it. I didn't
yeah,
see it.
there you go. All right. 7-3 or 8-3. Sorry. All right. Long.
Long. Short. Too long. What now?
There you go.
okay.
Oh, you're right. You're still. Yeah.
8-3. Good. 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 9-3.
Alright. Nice.
Nice, Mark.
10-3. We got a game point for you, ladies. Two longs. Not bad, though. 10-4.
Close there.
Still got a game point. Here we go. Almost. That's all right. 10-5. As you.
Oh, that's so nice. I just so hung out over
Game.
here
All
after
right.
this.
So when you're looking at that, so it seemed like you got more of a rhythm towards the end. Okay. And now we're kind of more focused on dinking. Okay. So how much do those shots look exactly the same?
A lot.
A lot. Okay. And here's the thing when we're talking about depth and dinking, it is more difficult for us to recognize depth than it is side to side. And so when we're judging those balls, now here's the other one. Now, who had an easier time when they recognized they were taking more forehands to soften the ball than backhands? Anyone notice that? Okay.
Oh, me for sure. It was me. Ding,
Huh?
ding, ding.
And here's another factor, okay? So when you guys were more control, you really just stayed on the line and it didn't matter the depth or not. But once we started letting balls bounce, and that's where we started getting in trouble. So just because the ball goes back there doesn't necessarily mean we have to go and let that bounce. So learning to take that ball in the air is actually really important. And when you're giving the boundary, so the mistake that we make kind of dinking in the air is where we try to do too much with it. But if you're thinking of the target on the other side, it's amazing how things just come together. We tend to focus on, again, all the wrong things. So often people, they try to do all this stuff to keep the ball low, or they try to compensate, when essentially all it is where are you trying to hit the ball, and how do you accomplish that? Okay, it's just a soft, catch and push. Anyone can get in that rhythm. It just takes some practice of recognizing those types of things, okay? All right, now we're going to do a group game. All right, so we're going to play a little offense, defense. All right, and
We have to say that because those are very long, big words.
no,
Okay?
you do not. All right, how it works. Okay, so now we're playing some doubles. Okay, and as a team, okay, if the ball bounces behind the cones, okay, it's not a big deal. But what we are recognizing is if you let, as a team, you are allowed 5 balls to bounce beyond the cones. If you let 6 balls bounce behind the cones, and I will be the counter.
Good.
I will be the person that pays attention, and I've got one hand, 5 on each hand, so that makes sense, okay? And so, and again, because it doesn't matter about like being aggressive or anything. This is definitely a dinking game, but what are we really working on?
Trying to get them in the air.
We're trying to take them in the air. We're trying to, and again, it's not like we always have to, okay? But we do want to recognize that contact point a lot more consistently, as well as make it more difficult on our opponents by pushing those balls back deeper. So the first 2 balls do not count, doesn't matter. Courtesy. Okay, so bounce or hit, or doesn't matter. And then once those balls start going, what I will do is I will count on my hand, and I will definitely say it when we get to 4, and then 5, and then if it hits 6.
How do we get you to get a finger?
If the ball lands behind the cone, 1.
Let it bounce.
Oh, so I want
It
to
can
push
bounce- it can
mine
bounce
on
here.
their side. Okay.
It
Yep.
can bounce here.
If it bounces there, no big deal. If it bounces behind the cone.
Push it past the cone.
All right, you ready?
Courtesy.
Okay. The first 2.
1, 1. Good. 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 Almost. Still only 1, 1. So that was good. Okay. Do it again.
Oh,
That's right. First 2 doesn't matter.
that's right.
Okay. So let's do it again. 1. Almost.
Hit the cone.
We'll give you that one.
Hi.
A little. So that'd be a good one to let bounce. There you go.
Can let them bounce.
Yes. Plenty of time. 1. 1. 2. Almost. Good. All right, because we haven't gotten anywhere near 5, I'm only allowing 3 now. Okay. Oh, so a little out of reach on that one, yeah.
That one bounced.
2. Almost. Oh, she saved it.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
The cone's out there. Try to eat the cone.
Breathing. 1. Almost. Almost. All the way through it. Push. Everything to push. Push. Oh, a little too far. So I'm going to give this a little bit of tip. So what are some of the things that anyone recognizing when we're reaching too far? What are things happening?
Well, we're not getting over the net. Yeah.
We're bent over. So if you're bent over like this, then that's probably not a ball that you want to be taking in the air. You want to keep that chest up, okay? Now, also when you're squatting, that often creates a ball that kind of kills or pops in. So remember, just think about your spacing a little bit, pushing the ball, and you are kind of recognizing you are making smaller adjustments. Again, they don't have to be big adjustments, okay? So even there, so there's a point when, Barb hit 2 balls and you hit comfortably in the air, and then the third one was just a little bit slower and a tiny bit shorter, and that was just out of your reach. Okay, so that is that recognition of, okay, now it's a little too far, okay, but it doesn't have to be these crazy aggressive shots. All we're looking at is putting pressure and really trying to make our opponent decide, should I take the ball in the air? Should I let it bounce? Okay? And the squat. There we go. Okay, that's 1 over there. 2 over there. Almost. So at the same time, okay, you didn't get like the third, but you forced the air, okay, because there's a little bit more pressure and stress on that ball, and you notice that you are having to move it like a little bit more consciously. So what we are going to do is every point is now worth a point. If you get the opposing team to hit 3 balls, it's 3 points. Okay? One. Good. Doesn't matter. Remember, we're not being aggressive. So I won't give the point out for that.
Sorry, brother.
Okay, 1 there. 1 there. One to 1. It counts. Yep. Oh, that was brutal, but it does work. Okay. And I will say, I'm just going to suggest something right now, because notice how much they're both going for the middle ball. So where do you think you guys are going to be a little bit more workable? What's going to create some opportunities for you guys? Get to the edges. There you go. And even if it's 2 to the middle, 2 to the outside, okay? Almost. All right, I think the score is 2-2.
Okay.
It's 1 over there. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Good shot. Behind. Yeah. All right, we got 2-3. Almost. We got 2-4. 1. 1 and 1. Almost. And I so we've seen quite a few errors like this, taking a ball and making extreme direction changes. It is harder than we think, and there's not necessarily always a reason to do that. You know, keep it as simple as you can. All right, we got 3 to 4. No 3-pointers yet, though. Okay, 1 on that side. 2 on this side over here, and that's 3! You guys got 3 points. They pushed it back there. Okay. And that because now you are using those outsides a little bit more and creating a little bit more of that pull. So that is 3 points for you guys, which means 6-4. And 6-5. Good ball. That's 1 over there. Almost 7-5.
You can feel me, right?
Yeah. Breathe.
Almost. Good hold on that ball. 7-6. Actually, it's 8-5. My bad. They're good. Almost. 9-5. 1 there. Too aggressive on that. 9-5. And we're gonna play to 11 here. Almost. Good ball. Nice little change up. 10-5. Game point. It's 1 there. Oh, little reach on that one. 10-6. Still game point. That's 1. Oh, so much indecision. All right. 10-7. Oh, and that's how we finish the game. That's super sad. Well, when you're looking at the ones that we're getting, and this is what we get caught a lot, is we feel like, oh, we've got to catch it in the air down here. So the ones that you're much more comfortable with, we are taking up above our knees in our yellow zone. That's our ideal strike zone. So if you're forcing yourself to take balls down here, then that's usually going to force an error. So that almost every single time someone tried to reach and take a ball like that, it ended up in the net. So this has a lot to do with being aware of your contact zone. Are you in front or are you down below as you're hitting there? But you've got more options and you're making much more conscious again, because now your focus is more on how to be offensive and how to defend your own space. Okay? And you've got more options than you think when you're pushing the balls. You don't have to be trying to slam and attack everything. You're creating a lot more forced errors by pushing those deep without having to feel like you've got to do everything with the ball. Okay?